It's Friday, and that means it is time for 3 new recipes. These are new to us, but if we love them, we put them in a video for you. So all of these are now tried and true. Hey y'all, I'm Mandy, and this is Mandy in the Making. Let me tell you what we're having tonight. I am so excited. I know it's like a franchise. The restaurant Jason's Deli. Let me know below, do you have a Jason's Deli near you? We have one not too far from us, and it's never been my favorite restaurant. I prefer, if I'm gonna do a deli, McAllister's. That's just always been my preference. But recently we've gone to Jason's a couple of times, and this last time that we went, I got something and I just could not shut up about it, and I couldn't stop thinking about it. So we're gonna recreate it here at home tonight. They have these bowls, a Mediterranean bowl, a Southwest bowl, but the one that I got is called the Ultimate BLT Bowl. Y'all, it's so good. So we're gonna recreate that tonight. Let's get started. Yeah, these are fresh. They've never been used, but these are fishing lures on my cutting board. The guys were in here prepping these. They're gonna go fishing soon, and so they were prepping these. But yeah, they're straight out of the package, so it's not like they've been in the lake, but you just never know what you're gonna find on my cutting board. Okay, obviously it's called a BLT bowl, so this is not new information, but I've got bacon going over here on the little griddle, and once that's done, I'll just let that cool, and we'll be chopping that up or crumbling it onto our salads. While our bacon is going over there, let's season our chicken. So this is one large chicken breast that I cut in half. We're gonna season both sides. This is just gonna go in the air fryer just to make it really simple. But I'm just gonna put a little bit of salt, some pepper, some garlic powder, a little bit of onion powder, and a little paprika. I really like paprika on chicken for color especially. And then I'm just gonna do the same thing to the other side. Okay, our chicken is ready to go in the air fryer, so let's go grab the air fryer. I'm just going to spray the bottom with my mister here. And we are going, I did not preheat this, FYI. You don't always have to preheat. I'm just going with it today. Let me show you something. I have this on my fridge, and it's my cheat sheet for air fryer cook times. So we've got boneless breasts, and it says 380 degrees for about 12 minutes. These are pretty large, so it's probably gonna be closer to 15 minutes. But that is always my kind of guiding point or my starting point. Just take your time. It's all good. I'll just stand here and just look at the camera. Get you some water.
Back in the day, we just get water right out of the spigot.
Out of the spigot, yeah. In the summertime, especially. Be outside running, you didn't want to go inside and get water. You had to just get it out of the hose, out of the spigot.
Raise your hand if you ever drank water out of a hose pipe.
Yes. Maybe that explains what's wrong with us now.
Probably that's what's wrong. That's why we add a P.
That's right.
To Clemson.
Clemson. That's right. Get out. I love you. Goodbye. All right, we're gonna prep the rest of our bowls while everything is cooking. So I've got green leaf lettuce here. I wanted romaine lettuce, but my grocery store was out, so we're gonna use green leaf. I'm just gonna chop this up just enough for 3 bowls for me, Stephen, and Cole. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the bowls. That way I know exactly how much I need. I said I'm gonna do a bowl, but I don't have bowls quite big enough for what I'm wanting today. So I'm gonna go with plates, and that was enough for 1 plate. I have a little bit of red leaf lettuce too, so I'm gonna add a little bit to each plate. I'm pretty sure these are the last 2 tomatoes we're gonna get out of our garden this year, which makes me really sad, but Cole can't really do raw tomato. I guess it's part of the allergy that he has. He can't do avocado either, and me and Steven, if my avocados are ready enough, we're gonna have avocado on ours because the one at Jason's Deli did, but he can't have that. So I think it's like part of a latex allergy. It's that. He can't eat bananas unless it's cooked. Now, if it's cooked, he can eat those things, but not raw. So cute, right? I'm not 100% positive, but I'm thinking it was Colby Jack cheese on my salad, so that's what we're going with. Also, the salad had quinoa, or was supposed to have quinoa. I told them to leave the quinoa off, and I'm glad that I did. It just seemed like it would kind of take away from what the vibe I was going for. So obviously I'm not adding quinoa tonight, but if that sounds like something you'd like, definitely add that in. This piece was done, so I went ahead and took it out at the 13-minute mark. The other piece had a thicker side to it, so I left it in there. I have to pay the cheese tax. I know. Here. Sweet girl. I did make some ranch earlier, I just used the Hidden Valley Ranch powder and use the directions on the side of that. Unfortunately, my avocado is not ready yet, but at the restaurant, they used avocado, so that would have gone on here as well. One thing I was very excited to find at the grocery store, it says it's new, it's pickled red onions. This was in the salad, and it may have been my favorite part of the salad. So if you've not tried this yet, give it a try. I'm gonna go ahead and add this on. All three of us will like this, so I'm gonna add this on. You won't like pickled red onions. Nope, you won't. Sweet and tangy. They are definitely sweet, surprisingly so. I was just letting our chicken rest a little before I cut into it. It looks super juicy, so I'm gonna cut this up and add this on top, grab the ranch, and then it's gonna be time to eat. What'd you think?
I think it looks very good. It looks delicious.
I know, it's so good. I hope it tastes as good as the one at the restaurant. I mean, it's missing the avocado, which makes me sad, but.
Seasoning on the chicken is amazing.
Good.
With the ranch dressing. Oh man, there's nothing better than ranch with bacon.
I know, it's so good.
And then that, it's like I don't know what kind of seasoning is there on there, but.
I've got salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, paprika.
Yeah.
Somebody else is very happy over there. Oh yeah, try those pickled onions. You had them at the restaurant. I'll let you try it when we were at Jason's Deli. He had something different that day, but I told him to try it because I fell in love with these. They're so tangy and sweet.
Oh yeah.
Cole is not loving them.
No. I mean, they're good.
Oh wow, I like them.
Not your favorite?
Not my favorite, though.
Okay. I think it's what set this whole salad apart, so I love that.
Really good.
Y'all, I mean, it's so pretty. It definitely wins points for prettiness.
We just got back from a little mini vacation. We went to Hilton Head, South Carolina. If you've never been there, highly recommend, especially after Labor Day. Oh my goodness, it was almost like a deserted island. It was wonderful. We had the best time. We ate out all 4 nights that we were there, so we're looking forward to a home-cooked meal tonight. And tonight we're going to be doing the Subbie supper. I know it's only the second night, but this is exactly what I was craving. So we're gonna give it a try. If you're new around here, Subbie Supper just stands for Subscriber Supper, meaning one of my subscribers sent in one of their family favorite recipes. Today's recipe comes from Tabitha. She said her mom created this recipe when she was little. They call it Mexican mush. Mush. How do you say that? Either way, that's what they call it. She is a mama to 3 grown boys, so 3 grown men, and they have given her 4 grandchildren. I take that back. They now have 5, or she now has 5 grandchildren, I'm pretty sure, because she sent this in November of 2022. It is now September of 2023, so the 5th one should be here. This is a picture of Tabitha and her dog Dakota. She said all 3 of her boys and her nephew all love this recipe, and anytime they visit her mom, they ask her to make it. It sounds really good, and the last ingredient that goes on top at the very end was surprising to me, but I'm excited to give it a try. So let's start making some Mexican mush. I'm going with mush. Okay, let's get started. I've got a pound of ground beef that's gonna go into this skillet that I've heated to medium-high heat. Here we go. I'm gonna add in about half of a diced onion, or half of an onion diced. The recipe does not call for this, but we love onion, so I'm throwing that in there. And we're just gonna let this brown and cook all the way through. And then I'm pretty sure I'll need to drain this one. I don't think it's an extremely lean ground meat, so I'll drain it and then we'll move on. Now I'm adding in 2 cans of pinto beans that I drained and rinsed. I've got 1 can of Rotel going in. And then she mentioned a 12-ounce jar of taco sauce. The only kind I could find was this 16-ounce jar, so we're just gonna go with it. I'm not gonna pour the entire thing in there. Let's stir that around. I'm gonna turn the heat down a little bit. And then you need to add in your cheese. She mentioned cheddar cheese, but I have some of this Mexican blend cheese on hand. And she said just to let the cheese melt. So I'm gonna pretty much add the whole bag. I'm gonna save just a little bit for the top maybe. But she said 2 to 3 cups of cheese is what you want. And she said just let this kind of simmer until all the cheese is melted. This is so easy and so fast. Let's let the cheese do its thing. Probably be about 5 minutes or so and we'll be ready to eat. We're gonna take some Doritos. And she said to crush a handful of Doritos on the bottom. Just
a little bit more. It smells really good. Okay, so we're just going to pile this on top of our Doritos. I should have probably put this in a plate bowl, but you know. She said she makes a little salad, and normally I would too. However, I wasn't thinking. We don't have any tomatoes. Our tomato season is over here, and I was going to do this shredded lettuce with some tomatoes from our garden, but we're out. So I'm just going with a little bit of shredded lettuce. Something we do have plenty of are jalapenos. So I'm gonna throw some of those on here for Steven. We did have an avocado that is ripe and ready to use, so we're also gonna put some avocado here on the side. Now, for the topping that we'll put on when we get to the table, she said they do zesty Italian dressing over top, which that shocked me. That doesn't seem like it goes, but I bet it's good. So we'll put this on once we get to the table, but I'd say this looks delicious. Well, we're waiting on Steven to get home. He'll be home in just a second. I would say that Cole enjoyed it.
A little bit.
Just a tiny bit?
Just a tad.
Okay. But I will say he didn't use this. He said, no, I'm not doing that. But he liked it without it. So 1, 2. All right. So I'm about to dig in here in just a second. Steven should be pulling up any second.
Well,
okay, so did you hear what I said?
I said Mexican, you said Mexican mush. Oh, I
Right.
gotta put some of this on there too.
But you put Italian dressing on it. Cole went back for seconds, y'all, just so you know. Yeah.
Yeah.
He loved it.
Load her up here.
All
It's
right.
got all the makings of something delicious, I can tell you that right now. Doritos is my favorite chips.
So he wasn't home when I made this, so he really has no clue.
Got a little kick of spice in there too. Wow.
What you think about that Italian dressing on top of that?
Woo!
Well, you got
Auga!
the jalapeno. That lit you up, didn't it?
If I wasn't awake, I am now. That's really, really tasty. This is really unique. Now, the zesty Italian,
Yeah.
it's good,
But it's unexpected.
but it's not something that I would expect. It's different, but I
Okay.
like it.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna pour the zesty Italian on mine as well. I love the Italian dressing on this.
Mm-hmm.
It is something unexpected.
Mm-hmm.
You look at this and you think, okay, Mexican food. And then you take a big old bite and it has this Italian dressing on it. It's so good.
It's really good.
It adds another depth of flavor, I feel like. Stop wandering the house crying. We're home now. This is what she does every time we go out of town. When we come back, she just walks around the house crying. So that's what she's doing right now. So thank you, Tabitha, for sending this in. I can see why your boys love it and always request it. This is delicious.
Would y'all forgive me if I only have 2 recipes this week? There's a piece of cat fur. Would you forgive me? Because we just got back from vacation and I had planned on cooking today, but Gracie Lou got sick as soon as we got back from vacation, and she has been at the vet all day, and I've been a bundle of nerves, and I've been stress cleaning. I've been cleaning every bit of grout in my kitchen, and my kitchen is not only what y'all see, there's a whole other section over there too that's huge. So I've been on my hands and knees for the past 3 hours cleaning, stress cleaning, and she's not done yet. I just called up there and they still are not done with her. So I'm just not in the right headspace to cook dinner and film tonight. So it's just gonna be a 2 recipe week. Although I say it's a 2 recipe week, it's actually a 7 recipe week, because if you missed it, go back to Tuesday's video. That was an air fryer video. I did 5 recipes on that video. So you did get 7 recipes this week. You got 5 on Tuesday and 2 today. So thank you so much for understanding. Hopefully everything will be back to normal next week, and I will have another video on Tuesday and on Friday. I'm back to doing 2 a week throughout the fall and winter. So thank y'all for being here, and I'll see you next time.